Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's doing good today. Today is Sunday and I'm making some white rice, okay? And it's just going to be plain white rice, and we're just going to go over the basic steps of how to cook it and how long to cook it for, how much water to add. And it also depends on what you're going to be using the rice for. This particular rice I'm going to be using for fried rice at a later recipe. So I'm going to be adding less water than what the recipe normally calls for. So when we get to that, I'll let you know. But for right now, the first step is to usually rinse the rice in cold water. So this rice here has some cold water in it. And what you do is you just move it around. And what we're doing is we're removing as much of the starch in it as we can. Okay, and it's, as you can see, the water is cloudy. All right, so we're going to pour off that first water. Okay, then we're going to do it again. I'm going to add some water in here. And I just want to show you that water. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's what it looks like. Okay, and that's where we're removing the starch. And the reason we're removing the starch is because the starch has a tendency of making the rice sticky. You know, stickier than normal. So what we want to do is we're going to remove as much as we can. So like that, when we cook the rice, it'll be less stickier, and will be the grains will be more separate. Okay, so we'll get a better looking rice again. Okay, we're going to pour that off. All right, and we're going to do this 4 times. Okay, this is actually my 4th time because I had already rinsed it once off camera. So here we go. And that's all you basically have to do. Okay? Rinse off the rice. All right, that's step 1. Then we're going to take a pan. We're going to heat it up. We're going to add a little bit of oil, about maybe a teaspoon to a tablespoon. By the way, this is a 1 cup of rice. And this is also jasmine rice, but I like to mix half and half. So I have half jasmine rice and half regular rice. Okay, so that's what I've got in here. But you can use all regular rice or all jasmine rice. Okay, whatever rice you have, that's fine. A cup of it. All right, and what we're doing now is the second step is to add the rice that we've already rinsed into the pot with the tablespoon of oil. Let me remove some of this oil. Okay. Okay, and the reason we're doing this is because now we want to coat every grain of rice in the oil to again give us a better result when we cook the oil. So that's what we're doing now. So now we're going to add to 1 cup of water. It's a 1-to-2 ratio. We're going to add to 1 cup of water, we're going to add a cup, and for my purposes, I'm going to add only a cup and a half of water, because again, like I said, I'm going to be using this for fried rice later on. So the rice cannot be too wet. So a cup and a half. Okay, but if you're just going to be making white rice, you can add the 2 cups of water, or a little bit less. Okay, like a cup and 3/4 of water. Okay, like a cup and 6 ounces. Alright, so now what we're going to do is, I like to add for flavor, I have some stir-fry garlic oil. This has garlic, ginger, and sesame flavoring, and I just like to add just a few a few drops, not too much, because this is very strong. Okay, now if you don't like to add any flavoring to your white rice, you can just leave it as it is. Okay, you're gonna make this to your taste, whichever way you like it. If you have any other seasonings in your pantry that you want to use, that's fine too. You know, it's up to you. It's up to your taste. Okay, now what we're going to do is we have to let this water come to a boil. And after it comes to a boil, I'll let you know what we do next after that. So our rice has come to a boil. So what we're going to do now is we're going to let the water evaporate as it's boiling until there's barely any water, or the water is just to the top of the rice, right over touching the rice. And after that, we're going to cover it and let it continue to cook on its own. So guys, if you're still with me and this is the first time visiting my video, or you've been here before and you forgot to subscribe, please click the subscription button. It only takes a second, doesn't take any time at all. I know sometimes I get focused myself on watching the video and I forget to click on the subscribe button. And you know, this way you get notification of all of my future videos and any posts that I make. Okay, and I thank you for that. And those of you that have been here before, welcome back. Happy to have you with me, each and every one of you. Okay, so we're waiting for this water to evaporate enough so that we can then continue to cook this. Okay. Okay, so enough of the water has evaporated. Let me show you. You see the rice is peeking up above the water. So what we're going to do now is, I don't have a lid small enough for this pot, so we're going to just put a foil over it. And I'm going to take a little saucer. I'm going to lower my heat to as low as possible. I'm going to place it right under there to give it a snug, tight fit. Fold the aluminum foil over so that none of the steam escapes. There we go. And we're going to let that cook for 20 minutes. So in 20 minutes, we'll be back. Okay, we're going to check on our rice. Our rice should be done. Okay, we just have to be careful removing this. It's going to be very hot. Let's see. Also be careful with the foil because the steam is going to come rushing out. I don't want to get burnt. There you go. And there's our rice. Okay. All the water has evaporated. There you go. It's fully cooked. There's our rice. Okay, very easy. Okay, just some basic steps, nothing difficult. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to let this rice, I'm going to set it out on a plate because I want it to dry fully because I'm going to be using it in another recipe. Okay guys, thanks for stopping by.